Good morning, good morning to all my YouTubers and Facebook people. Happy hump day. I thought um I thought our music was gonna play, but it didn't play. Cause you know my music gives me hype. You know I got it. I just need that. Yes, so good morning everybody. Let's get this party started. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Lovebugs. It is your favorite motivator's favorite motivator, Mimi the Motivator, and this is the Get High on Motivation Show. So welcome back to my Lovebugs. If you are a first timer, then hey, how you doing? I am your favorite motivator's favorite motivator, and I am here to empower and equip you to become 1% better in just one area of your life every single day. And I believe that I got a conversation today that can help with that. We are going to talk about energy and talking energy. Do you understand energy? But before that, we are going to do what we always do, which is have some food for thought. Then we'll have our conversation. And then I got a question. So, food for thought comes from Virgil. I don't know who Virgil is or why Virgil is just Virgil. I'm going to have to look this up later. It says, let us go singing as far as we go. The road will be less tedious. Let us go singing as far as we go. The road will be less tedious. Maybe that's why they used to whistle while they work. You know, if you think about it back to the slave times or even prisoners or plantation workers, they sang while they work. Assembly line workers sing while they work. Work seemingly is something we have to do in some form or fashion. But what this tells me is that no matter what kind of work we have to do, whatever the labor is that we can make it better. We can enjoy it. We can view it as a pleasantry. It could be a time to have song and dance. I remember I worked at a department store in Tampa, Florida. And before I worked my way up to manager, I worked on the dock, unloading the truck. And it was a grueling job to be doing at 5 o'clock in the morning. And sometimes on those hot summer days, it will be hot, 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 hot on that dock. We didn't have air conditioning on the dock. They had air conditioning in the rest of the store. All we had was like a fan or two. But one day, I was just like, this would be a lot better if we had music. So I muscled up my courage and asked my supervisor, do you mind if we listen to some music? I noticed that you have a radio upstairs in your office. She was like, well, Mia, of course. I was like, dang, that was easy. Memo, side note, sometimes just ask for what you desire. You may just get it. So she allowed us to get the radio. And so we started listening to this radio station. We were blessed that there was a new radio station with no commercials because they were brand new. Nobody had bought advertisement space because they didn't have a proven listenership yet. So it was perfect for us. They played non-stop party music. Can you imagine? You're on the truck picking up 50-pound boxes like it's nothing because the music is just pumping you up. It made it fun. It made it fun for me. And I found myself dancing around, and I would dance around with my coworkers, especially the ones who were really grumpy early in the morning, because I was that person that came in like, good morning. I feel like, shoot, with the kind of work we're about to do, ain't no point in having a bad attitude. But what definitely improved my attitude was having that music. So I want to encourage you to think about something that you find to be a grueling process. Maybe it's chores, cleaning up the house. It might be actually typing, doing emails, stuff like that. Or it could be some kind of hard, laborious manual labor that you do. But if you have access to music, I want to encourage you to listen to some music. Or listen to a book or something that sounds like music to your ears. But I want to go with the music route. You know what? I just thought about, I have a thing for music and information going together. I love when music and information are going hand in hand. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I want to encourage you to look out that. Look out for something like that on YouTube. One of my favorite stations is Vibo, VYBO. They have a lot of informational things that you can listen to, philosophers, speakers, and it's playing some music that's just kind of like refreshing and relaxing and chillaxing. Or listen to some chill step. Now, if you want to do the philosophy with the music, I suggest Alan Watts' Chill Step. He'll always tell you something that's going to take you there. You'd be like, things to make you go, Let us go singing as far as we go. The road will be less tedious. Yeah. What that also tells me is that we are in control of how we view our work. We can control the vibration at work. I work with some of my clients who still work jobs. They're not entrepreneurs, or they may be working their way into entrepreneurship, and some of them really hate their jobs. And one thing that I have encouraged them to do is to shift their perspective of their job, to walk in there like you're the boss, like you own the company. Does that not sound like music to your ears? But definitely, if you work in a space where you hate being there and it's driving you nuts and you haven't built up the courage yet to let that go, speaking of, it's the last quarter moon. This is a great time to release things, to release people, to release situations, and possibly a job that you really don't like and that is making you sick. But if you can't release the job yet, what you can do is shift your perspective and add some music to the scene. Play a little music in your cubicle where it's really low and just you can hear it. So that way you don't get in trouble, because I know you probably can't be on your phone and have a head. They give me hype. I remember when I was young, I would be in the club pushing people around like I was 300 pounds. That's probably not the kind of music I should be listening to right now. We have to control the music that we listen to. We have to control the music that we are feeding into other people's ears, especially if you have little people around, because that music is programming them. Our minds are always listening. That subconscious mind is always on record. So be mindful of what it is recording, so that way we're mindful of what it plays out. Message. Well, let's move on. Let's move on into our conversation for today. I need some water. Ooh. Energy. Do you speak energy? Do you understand energy? And you know what I'm talking about. You ever be like, ooh, that something about his energy just don't feel right. Or her energy just rubs me the wrong way. Something about her or him rubs me the wrong way. That's energy. Energy speaks before you open your mouth. Your energy is even louder than your clothes. We a lot of times talk about how our clothing can send a message before we open up our mouths, but our energy speaks for us before we open up our mouths. And it speaks while we're using our voice. But do you understand energy? Do you understand other people's energy? And do you understand what words you are using, what kind of energy they create? Everything is energy. Except for today, I learned something new that I want to share with you. I learned today that thoughts aren't necessarily energy. They're empty. And the energy charge that they carry is up to us. See, the thoughts can come into our minds just like when we are in meditation. Thoughts come, and when I talk about meditation, and even when I am about to meditate myself, I remind myself not to judge these thoughts as good or bad, negative or positive. They're just thoughts. And in this space, we have to remember that same type of thing. That thoughts can be negative or positive, but they're only negative or positive if we charge them with that, if we decide them to be so. So if you have a thought that comes into your mind and it feels good when you think it, that's probably the thought to think. When you have a thought that comes into your mind and maybe it doesn't feel so good, either one, change your mind about how you're thinking about that. Or two, just think about something that feels good. That is part of your inner GPS system. Energy is what guides your inner GPS system. That feeling good or feeling bad. Have you ever walked into a room and just felt the energy, like you felt like something felt different? Because energy can be heavy, energy can be dense, especially if there's a lot of trauma going on, if there's a lot of drama going on. The energy in the room will be thick. But have you walked into a place where the energy felt light and nourishing and comforting, and you just felt like, almost like you just wanted to yawn, like a spa? Energy. What is the energetic vibration in your household? But before we go there, let's stick to the self. And let's talk about speaking energy and understanding energy. See, the universe speaks energy, and that's why we're talking about this, is because really what I wanted to talk about is how we communicate with the universe, how we talk to the universe. Well, the universe does not speak English, Spanish, Ebonics, Patois, Japanese, Chinese. The universe understands all those languages and understands the basis of language, but it is not the universe's language. The universe speaks energy. So when you are blessed with something and you get excited about it, the universe says, here's like, yes, yes, yes. I want more, I want more, I want more. But if you're blessed with something and you don't respond, you don't even say thank you, you definitely don't say thank you to the universe, you just kind of ignore it, then what the universe hears is, no, don't give me any more of this. Now, this also works in a negative aspect. Let's say the universe blesses you with an experience, a contrasting character building experience that you really don't want or don't feel like you have time for, and you respond extremely negatively, and you get rah-rah, and you get loud, and your energy gets loud. You're vibrating loud. The universe hears you and says, oh, you want more of that? Well, let me give you more of that. Because the universe responds to energy. And energy is energy. Positive, negative is energy. Let's take it back to people who talk about the matrix, and the matrix is nothing but ones and zeros. The ones are yeses and the zeros are nos. The one is excitement, response. Any kind of energetic response is a one. Ignoring something is a zero. So somebody can come to you being rah-rah and with some kind of crazy energy. If you respond to it, that's giving it a one. That's saying yes to the universe. But if you ignore what they have going on, you've just assigned a zero to this experience, and it has no value. And so the universe will feel no need to serve you more of it. So now that we are thinking about this energy and how we speak energy, whether we're mindful of it or not, we're always speaking energy. And the universe is always listening. What have you been giving your energy to lately? You give your energy to it if you are thinking and obsessing about something. If you are spending your time on it, that's your energy. And if you put your energy towards something, then it grows. So if we put our energy towards something that we really desire, and if we keep our thoughts focused on what we really desire to create and to manifest, then the universe hears that and starts delivering it to us. But if we pay no attention to what we really desire, and if we only focus on what we don't want to happen in our lives and what we're tired of happening to us and what just happened to me, and keep on talking about what just happened to me and what happened to me when I was little and what my mama and them did to me and what my mama said to me and what my daddy did and what my daddy didn't do, That is feeding energy into that experience, which is perpetuating it. It's fueling it. It is calling it back into your life, because what goes out comes back in. So what is going out of your mouth? What words are going out of your mouth? I want to remind you, we have to be mindful of our words, because our words carry energy. And they may not carry the energy that we believe. See, sometimes we think that when we say, I don't want this to happen, I don't want this to happen, I don't want this to happen, this can't happen to me, this better not happen to me. The universe don't hear the unt. The universe doesn't hear the negations. The universe just hears the strong energy that you're putting towards this particular outcome. And so the universe feels like, oh, I need to give you this outcome that you keep talking about. So what if we stopped talking about what we don't want to happen? What if we stopped talking about the things that happen to us that don't make us feel good about ourselves or the people who were involved in those situations? What if we stopped talking about the patterns that don't serve us, the habits that don't serve us? What if we stop talking about the loss? What if we stop talking about the breakup? What if we stop talking about the money that went away? What if we stop talking about the pain and start talking about the healing, and start talking about what is working for us, and start talking about the abundance that we do have right here, right now, even if it is little? Start celebrating what is working in your life. Start celebrating who you do have in your life. Love the one you with until you can love the one you want. I just realized that that doesn't only apply to people, but it applies to the things that we have. Love the things that we have now until we can have the things that we want. And stop saying want. Stop wanting. Desire instead. Desire says that I am putting a request out there, and it is coming back to me, it or something better. Let's eliminate or avoid as much as possible using want, need, not. Let's be mindful of the experiences that we are replaying out loud and in our heads, because you have control over what you are thinking. Don't allow your mind to be the master. You be the master. And you tell your mind what to think about. And when you catch it thinking about something that does not serve you, your highest greatest good, and that what you are working towards, then you press the mute on that. You press the stop on that. And start thinking about something good. Think about what you desire. What is it that you desire to manifest? What is it that you desire to create? Lovebug, you are a creator. So begin to create. And we don't have to create necessarily with our hands. We can create with our minds, with our thoughts, with our words. And if we can get our minds, our words, and our actions in alignment, and our energy, you get those 4 aspects in alignment, the universe is just going to be like bending to your will. Like you're just going to think of something and just going to like, boop, pop up. You won't even have to lift a finger. You're going to wonder, how is all this happening to me? It's happening because you made the decision and a commitment to the decision to get in alignment with yourself. This universe that we're talking to, this God that we're talking to, is really our inner self, our highest self. You're talking to yourself. You are directing yourself. You are requesting from yourself. So make the request and fulfill it, because you deserve it. If you desire it, you deserve it. That is the bottom line. End of story. That's the equation. You don't have to be a mathematician to do that kind of math. You don't have to be a mathematician to know that you are the creator, that you have the power to create what you desire. You were made in the image of a creator. So that's it. That's it. I ain't saying nothing else. I'm not saying nothing else. We got to move on. We got a question. We got a letter. I ain't going to say we have a question. We have a letter. So let's get to it. And if you are wondering, how do you get your questions to me? How do you get your letters to me? You send them to me where we are connected. If we're connected on Instagram, send it to me as a DM. If not, you go to meetmethemotivator.com and you send me a message. Send me a message on Facebook. It might take me a little longer to get there. But you send your questions in. There's no reason not to. None whatsoever. So this letter comes from someone who has written in before last year. I love repeats. All right, it says, listening to Rejection Becomes Obsession really hit home. I've been tripping over a person I started to see. He has many attributes that I became hooked on, yet he doesn't have much going on for him and hasn't even started life. Now I know what to look for in a person and how to release him due to what I can't stand and let someone else deal with that. Okay. Thank you for your knowledge and sharing it with us. You're very welcome. I appreciate your appreciation. Y'all know appreciation makes stuff grow. That's that energy thing. It says, I do have a question. Being a Sagittarius, him being a Scorpio, I tend to play mind games without even realizing it, seeing it as a question or seeking an answer. Finally, he told me I needed to be more upfront and ask for what I know, ask for what I want to know, not play games to find the answer. Yet I thought that's what I was doing. I've noticed I do this a lot. How do you stop that? I've tried and always catch myself doing it in every relationship. Well, first and foremost, boo, you've already taken the first step of awareness. You're being aware that you are doing this. You're aware that there is a pattern. And if we don't have an awareness, we can't make a change about anything. Now, if you have the awareness and you have the willingness to make change, then these changes are definitely going to take place. So start paying attention more when and where you do this. This definitely is stemming from a place of fear. Maybe you don't really feel as comfortable as you think with these people to ask the questions. Make sure that maybe you're not interrogating and that you are making conversation. Be interested in a person. And if you are really, genuinely interested in them, they will reveal all that you desire to know. But if they feel like you're trying to get information out of them and you're playing some kind of game about going to get this information, yes, they're going to be standoffish. Yes, they're going to be closed off. And you're not going to get what it is that you desire, even though they want to give it to you. So take a step back, chill out. Be interested in them genuinely. Be interested in what it is that makes them happy, what makes them tick, what makes them tick off. What is their love language? Understand them to their core level as much as they're willing to be vulnerable. Be vulnerable yourself so that way they can trust that they can be vulnerable with you. Ask the questions that you would like the answers to. And if somebody's offended by you asking the questions, that's on them. That's not on you. You're doing your part about asking them. But what's most important is your intentions. What are your intentions when you're asking these questions? What are your intentions when you are seeking these answers? And what are you going to do with that information? I appreciate you sending your letter in, and I look forward to more. I look forward to spending more time with you all. I'm your favorite motivator's favorite motivator, Mimi the Motivator, and this is the Get High on Motivation show, where we come together every single week to get our mind, body, and spirit right, working on being 1% better in one area of our life every single day because we can do it, and because we desire better, because we can be better, because we are. Remember, you were created in the image of a creator, so go out there and create the life that you desire and deserve. I love you. Be happy, Be healthy. Be you. Y'all have a great one.